Okay, welcome everyone to my first terrain making video. Not my first time making terrain, but certainly the first time making a video. This terrain building how-to might be a little bit different considering I'm already into my project, but I've received some requests to make some videos, so what I'm going to attempt to do is catch you up to where I'm at in the project, and then I'll make more detailed videos from there. Based on feedback, we'll see how the first video goes, but if you like it, please send me your feedback. Let me know anything I can change. Like I said, I'm just learning the whole process of making the videos, so I'd love to hear from you. I am making Barkmanns Corner, if you're familiar with it. If not, it is, you can look it up on the internet, so you can see it's, and there's all kinds of reference material on there, so that is my focus for the terrain piece. My personal preference is to work with 1x1 tiles. This piece is going to be 9, so 3 tiles by 3 tiles. I use MDF almost exclusively. I find the MDF that works really well. It's got a good weight to it. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. I do put weighted materials on there, so it's very crucial it does not warp. As a result, I use a 1/4 inch thickness. You can it does come in thinner, but I prefer to use the at least a 1/4 inch. 3/8 is okay to use. It's not here nor there. Whatever you choose is whatever you choose. I find if you go really thick, though, you're just getting a lot of weight, and it's not really necessary. Certainly, it's not going to warp, but I find this does not warp it either. So this is my choice. Like I said, it is 12 inch by 12 inch, and I find those work as well. A little trick that I found, I said it's 12 by 12. It's sort of a little lie. Some of them are actually 11 and 7/8 by 12 inches and an 1/8, so 12 inches 1/8. And the reason I do that is because when I stack another tile above, below, beside, it does offset the seams. It's kind of important. I find that when you have them set down, they're less likely to move. If the seams are offset. If they're all lined up perfectly, it's easy to get a split down the whole board. So I do offset the seams, and I'll show you that when I put a few together. So, like I said, it's 12 inch by 12 inch, but sometimes that actually means that it's 11 and 7/8 by 12 inch 1/8. So, just a little trick. I just started doing that more recently as I've been starting to make bigger boards. Obviously, when I make 1x1s, it doesn't matter, as long as it's at least 12 inch by 12 inch. But bigger boards, offset. So that's a really long-winded intro. Now I'm going to get into sort of where I'm at. Obviously, the MDF being flat, it's very easy to draw on. Pencil goes very perfectly over the surface. So you have an image, like I said, it's on there. I've chosen just to kind of do the meat and potatoes aspect of Barkmanns Corner. So I do have the bend, a straight section, and then 2 sort of side branching roads. So what I do is basically lay out a normal tile is I take my picture and then I cross section it into 1x1 squares. So this one here, it's already on the reverse side, but I'll show you roughly what it is. It's basically just a curved section. So what I'll do is I'll lay down my road, and it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just sort of a rough estimate. You can measure off. I like to do my roads a little wider than 2 inches, ultimately ending up with a 2 inch once I get my my blended edges done. So I usually do the lines, and then I'll do this, just sort of blend my edge. You can see that. So roughly my road is here, and here's where I'm going to blend the edges. So I know that I can come in and over this line as long as I don't go too far to the inside, and obviously I don't want to make it very too much wider than 2 1/4 inches. So I lay that down. If, for instance, I had a tree, I might do just a couple things like this. Barkmann, of course, did have a set of oak trees, and there's 4. So just a rough sketch, very rough. You don't need to be perfect at this point. Obviously, it's all going to get covered with paint, so you're going to lose your lines eventually.